Hello, friends. In September 2002, I was in Burundi. Just a week before my visit, there had been a massacre in a small village. 174 villagers were killed by the army. There were only 4 survivors, and my colleagues and I went to the hospital to meet them. The youngest survivor was a little girl, not more than 6 years old. She told me her name was Claudine, but she could not remember her family name. But she remembered in vivid detail how her grandfather, her father, her stepmother, her 2 sisters were killed, and her baby brother was bayoneted by the soldiers. The next morning, I met President Buyoya, the president of Burundi at that time, and I raised with him the case of Claudine. I asked him what he would do to stop such massacres. He replied, "Madame, you do not understand. We are fighting to protect our national security." How often have we heard national security used as an excuse to torture dissidents, to persecute minorities, to bomb and kill civilians? Today, eroding human rights in the name of security has gained a new force under the leadership of the United States. And in the name of fighting terrorism, the United States has created a lawless gray zone, a legal black hole into which human rights and international law obligations can be dumped with impunity and no accountability. The United States government speaks about justice, but has done everything possible to undermine the International Criminal Court and escape international responsibility. If that does not encourage human rights abuse with impunity, then what does? In clear defiance of the Geneva Conventions, the United States continues to hold over 600 prisoners, including minors, in Guantanamo Bay without charge or trial or access to their families or lawyers. The lesson is clear. Far from making the world more safe, the war on terror has made it less safe because it has encouraged more human rights abuse by the United States and has sent a message to other governments that they can do the same thing. It has deepened the divisions between communities and encouraged racism and xenophobia. It has diverted attention from the real sources of insecurity and uncertainty which confront ordinary people every day. Corrupt police and judicial systems, the conflict in the Middle East, forgotten crisis in places like Darfur and Goma, and the arms trade. These are the real weapons of mass destruction. Trading human rights for security is not just short-sighted or unprincipled, it is plain dangerous, as history has shown us. But unfortunately, governments are not known for heeding the lessons of history. And this makes the voice of the media and of ordinary people so important. Nothing is more powerful than a global civil society committed to human rights. Raise your hands. Merci.